For a long time, I thought that I'm just a shy person, but then I understood that actually I'm just an introvert. So in today's video, I want to speak with you, where is this line between being shy and being an introvert? And what can you do with this if you have and that? So that's quite ambitious, and let's start. I was analyzing those moments where I felt shy or a little bit, exhausted of other people, and understood that there are some patterns. For example, when I needed to do some public speech, so in front of people that I don't know, I felt really bad. Or if I needed to go to some teacher that I don't know, or we just had one class with him, I felt also super uncomfortable. Or also I was shy when, I needed to have PE class with the other class, so it's like, 60 people together. But then I also understood that, for example, for me, it's really important to spend time alone. So, of course, like, I can go for a walk with my friends, or sometimes I'm also, reaching them like, let's go for a coffee, or let's go for a small walk, and maybe let's do some photos together, and so on. But then, after that, I felt like I need my, relaxation time at home, of just sitting and, watching some TV, or just reading a book and so on. And then I understood that those situations, they're quite common, but actually they're a little bit different. And that was the moment that I understood that I'm an introvert, but also I'm a super shy person. For me, being an introvert means that you have this, calm vibe. You can spend time with other people, you can be quite socialized, you can go to some party. But the main point that you don't want to be a center of attention. For you, it's okay just, to listen to other person and have some active like listening and active speech, but for you, it's not so important to always have the, this hyped mood. And it's also that you're okay of spending time alone, and you need this time like alone. You need this time for yourself, and for you it's totally okay and totally, in order to stay at home for 1-2 weeks and just, read a book and, write your blog post. And for you it's okay, to start something alone. So for example, you have some thing that you want to start drawing, singing, dancing, and you just do it alone, and for you it's okay. But being shy, it's a little bit different. It comes from fear, and it's more that you want to speak to other person, but you are super tight and you're super tense. Maybe you can even sweat of the nervous, of all of those nerves in your body that you're like, now I need to do it. Or also that same about public speech. You are just afraid to go in front of those people and just, show your thoughts. So those moments, they're quite tight with each other, but they're different. And the problem is that lots of introverts and shy people, they have so much in common, and usually it's even two things at once. That for most of people, being an introvert means that you are afraid of everything and you are afraid of socializing. But extroverts, they also can be shy. But the thing is, like, usually we see lots of extroverts that overcame this, or we don't even know that the person is extrovert because introvert is doing something, and we see them on spotlight, like on internet or like on some TV show, and then they're just coming home, and that's all. That's the difference. Introvert is meaning vibe and energy, and shy equal to fear. And if you understood that you're like me, you have both at once, I think it's really important to start something. So for example, if you want to go to some club, it sounds, easier than to do it, but you just need to do it. maybe you have some friend whom you can call and say like, hi, you know me that I'm a little bit shy, and that for me it's much nicer to speak to some person that is common to me. Maybe you can come with me, and maybe you can just spend 2-3 lessons with me there, and then you can, if you want, stay. If no, then no. Or just, I don't know, maybe start something at home, and when you already feel that you overcame the situation, show yourself to other people. And it's also really, 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 really important to understand that not everything that you think is just shyness means introvert. So what I mean that if you have some person that you want to speak to, and you have this, like a little bit of fear or uncomfortable feeling of coming to this person and just, do this first step yourself, you just say that I'm an introvert, that's why I don't want to do it. No, it's just fear. It's shyness, it's fear, and it's maybe even some situation where you don't want to be as a person whom they will laugh at. But it's really important to do it. Stop covering your fear with the excuse that you're an introvert. So if you're in a situation like that, I hope that you will overcome your fear and overcome your shyness and start to shine finally. If you have some situation that you want to share with me or with other people, you can write in my comments. If you have something that you want to also discuss in the next episodes, write it here. It was nice to see you, and see each other in the next episode.